Fun Fishing is brought to you by Fisherman's Warehouse, Double X Tackle, and Vance's Tackle. Alan, remember when I had the Superman shirt on and I tried out fishing?
Oh yeah, it didn't work.
Well, look at this.
You gotta be kidding me. A fun fishing, plus you got it on back. Right, yeah, fish on!
Fishing is fun, but catching fish is funner.
Oh, fish tried to attack me.
Winter, spring, or summer. From the Sacramento River to the San Francisco Bay, we're gonna show you how to catch some fish today. Salmon, bass, or trout, halibut's what it's all about. Stripers on the Delta, Alan and Warren will help ya.
Stand like a man, now quit standing like a woman. Hey! Oh no! You need help! I got him! Here, give me your... It slipped! It slipped!
Whoa!
You gotta be kidding me. Fish on!
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
Welcome to Fun Fishing. I'm Warren Tremblay.
Hi, I'm Alan Fong. We're going to take you down in the Delta today and show you how to catch pre-spawn bass.
And what are we going to be using, Alan?
We're going to be using spinner baits because we can cover a lot of water, because these fish will be staging, meaning they'll be moving up, feeding, getting really built up their energy and everything, get ready for the spawn.
And we're going to be moving around quite a bit on the water?
We'll be moving around a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go fishing.
Let's go.
We'll see you on the water. Well, Alan, we've gotten on the water and we're out here in the Tules.
Yeah, we're out here. We're actually in the Delta. We're in Frank's Track. Good pre-spawn area for fishing. They come in here and spawn.
Okay.
And you notice that we're in a big flat. You can see the tules all around us.
Yeah.
It's just shallow. Boat's going to be in 2-3 feet of water all day.
Okay. And we're using spinner baits.
Yep, we're using spinner baits. And, we're actually using persuaders. You got the new hot one on. And I got one that I kind of redid it.
Okay.
And,
customized?
Customized. I'm always...
And we're talking about spinner baits, so we're...
That's the lure we're going to use. And those, believe it or not, have to be tuned.
They have to?
Yeah, but we'll show you how to do that later in the show.
You never told me that before. Mine's out of tune. It kind of sounds flat, I think, doesn't
it? Fishing, being tuned up when you're fishing puts you above everybody else.
Okay. Okay, now these?
Yours is perfect.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to tune it when we're done.
Yeah, when we're done with the show, after he's caught all the fish and I've caught a couple tules.
And I'll show you how to tune it.
Okay.
But really, spinner baits have to be tuned.
Well, do you think we ought to catch a fish?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so use a little spinner bait and
head on fish.
See if we can catch one. Now, first cast here, I should get a fish, right?
Wrong direction.
What do you mean wrong direction? There's some tules out there.
Oh, yeah. If you get one right now, I'll eat it.
Oh,
scales and all.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
Scales and all. Right now. I got one.
Yeah. At least you got one.
Not bad.
That's a nice looking fish.
That a 2-pounder?
Yeah. Give it a big kiss. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Spinner bait. I ain't whacking them. Different if I was whacking them.
You caught one, had a couple hits.
That's normal.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, man, we had to put our rain gear on. That cloud that came over leaked. There were holes in it. And then you caught the fish. Woohoo. Yeah. I think it's a koi. quad blade persuader. Look at that.
Look what I
Look
got.
at that.
Monster.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go-
this the one that hit you at first?
No,
Huh?
I'm gonna go back in there and see if I can't get the big one. Yeah, I didn't.
Probably that guy's big enough to have any teeth.
We'll be back with more fun fishing.
Fun Fishing is brought to you by Double X Tackle, Fisherman's Warehouse, and Vance's Tackle. And Alan, let's talk about the tackle we're using and about the spinner baits in particular.
Okay, Warren. Spinner bait seems like it's really simple.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, you know, someone will say, hey, give me a spinner bait.
Right.
But it's not. It's very complicated, just like every other lure that, you know, we've ever shown on our show.
Okay.
But spinner baits, I'll give you the basic general idea is blades.
Blades.
The configuration of the blades.
All right.
Willow leaves, like the one that you're using,
Okay.
remember, it's for flash.
Okay.
So when you have flash, you're going to be fishing in clear water.
Okay.
Water that has good visibility.
And sunlight. And,
Sunlight
Okay.
takes light to reflect those blades. They
Okay.
have different color blades, like yours are silver.
Mm-hmm.
So I would use that in ideal situation would be sunlight, white skirt, silver blades, water that I could see down about 2 feet.
Okay.
Because we're only fishing in 2 to 3 feet.
Okay.
Okay. A little different scenario. Early in the morning, I would go to painted blades, white. I use red. I use all different kind of chartreuse blades,
Okay.
and a darker color skirt.
Okay.
And then, say if we came out here and it was really muddy,
Okay.
then I would definitely go to the Colorados
No, why Colorado?
because they're actually the phrase is like thumpers. They'll actually give off a lot of vibration, not a lot of flash, but a lot of vibration. Where it's going thump, 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 thump.
So you can hear them coming.
And the fish, you know, they'll go right to it because they can't see. It's so dirty.
Okay.
So that's what you use. Nighttime,
Okay.
Colorado.
Colorado nighttime. Okay.
So
All right.
dirty water, I would use, you know, the darker skirts, chartreuse, reds, blacks,
Okay.
purples, that type with my Colorado blades.
All right.
And they come in a array of different colors too. And then colors of the skirts, like I just said, dark,
Okay.
just like I've always preached in any kind of lure that I do.
Okay.
Darker the water, darker the day, darker the color.
So when it's light out, you use light colors, it's not dark
Lighter
colors.
color. No, I use the lighter colors.
Okay. And when at night you would use
Dark
white?
colors.
You don't use white?
No, I use dark,
Use
black.
dark, black.
Fish see shades, they don't see colors.
Okay.
So you want to go dark.
Yeah, but
Dirtier the water,
Okay.
darker color. And one of the things about spinner baits is like this morning when I was teasing you, they do have to be tuned.
they do.
Yes.
Okay.
Because one of the ways is like when you throw it out and reel it in, you know how yours is coming in at an angle?
Yeah, well,
Like this?
yeah, it was
That's out of tune. And most of the time, how they get out of tweak is when you catch a fish. Because the fish will jump and it'll bend it. Most guys don't know the difference. They unhook it, start casting again. Next thing you know, the thing's coming in sideways and they don't get bit no more.
so it's a one fish lure
Until you fix it.
until you fix it. Okay.
And one of the major problems is that when you hook a fish, is this wire gets bent up
Ah, okay.
and to the side, and that's what makes it track funny. So
Okay.
I bend this part right here on the head up, and make sure I'm at about a 45-degree angle, and make sure that that blade, that shaft, lines up with the hook.
Okay. Say that
I
again.
shouldn't have told you.
That this shaft lines
This
up.
shaft lines up
with
perpendicular with the hook,
Okay.
and
Just right
this
down there.
this angle here to this blade here is about 45 degree.
Okay.
And that'll get you straight. Then when you throw it out, you're going to see it come straight
Uh-oh.
back in. Uh-oh. That's why
Okay.
he hasn't caught anything in the last 4 hours.
Oh man. Well, speaking of 4 hours, we came out and it was cold and we had rain. Put our rain gear
cold, everything
on.
today.
And in springtime,
I'm starting to wonder, all
So-
these shows I'm doing with this guy, I always get rained on.
yeah. Well, we started out with rain and then
Now it's hot.
cold and had a rain
Getting
gear
warm.
on. And now I'm gonna take my jacket
Yeah,
off
I'm
here
about
in a
ready
minute
to get out of this clothes too.
because it's
Yeah.
getting warm.
So
Maybe
there's a lot to spinnerbaits.
Yeah. Maybe the fishing will get hot too.
Oh, I will.
Okay. And we're using braided line on this.
Yeah, braided line because of the no stretch.
Okay.
You're in the toolies. You had a good example today.
Oh,
He sets the hook and he goes, I don't know. And there's a fish.
yeah.
And good thing you had the braid. You never got him out. He had you
Yeah.
twisted around those toolies
Yeah.
so bad. you wouldn't have got him out.
And I tend to hit the tules from time to time, and this will tear through the tules.
Yeah, you'll rip it right apart.
Otherwise,
that's how your spinnerbait gets out of tune, too.
No.
Yours is all out of whack.
Okay. All right. Well, I think what we ought to do is catch a couple more fish.
Yeah, let's go get a few more for our viewers.
Okay.
See how the blades are straight up on top?
Uh-huh.
Now, if it gets untuned, it'll go crooked. And it'll start leaning to one side. Then you need to tune it.
Ah.
And what happens is if you catch fish, that's how they get detuned.
I keep catching tules. It gets detuned, huh?
He ain't that nice. He's all right.
Not that big.
Nice fish.
Yeah.
2 pounder.
That's a pretty nice little fish.
Yeah.
Look at that.
2.5. That's another nice.
Yeah. Oh, God. Good fish, isn't it?
Yep.
Did you get another fish, Alan? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Well, why don't we just make it your 20th? That's a good looking fish. Yeah. What's that? What's that, Alan?
The hog.
A hog. That's pretty good. Fun Fishing is brought to you by Fisherman's Warehouse, Double X Tackle, and Vance's Tackle.
Hey, Warren, I've been noticing, when we're casting,
Yeah.
that you're a little off beat.
On what?
You're a little off beat.
Off
Not doing
beat?
it right.
Okay. We've been fishing all day and you haven't said anything.
No, I'm like that, remember? As you watch each program,
Yeah, I
kinda
know.
sneaky.
Yeah, really, huh? Okay.
Well, that way you learn better because it embeds in your mind at the end of the day.
Yeah, right.
Because you think back and go, you know what, if I was doing that, I would.
A hard lesson
Hard
learned.
lesson learned, yeah.
Yes.
One of the techniques that we're doing is throwing blades.
Okay.
And when you throw a blade, the boat's only in 2 to 3 feet of water.
Okay.
So you don't let it sink. When you throw it out, you're going to just...
You don't.
No, you do. But you throw it out, as soon as it hits the water, and the entry that you're putting the bait in the water has to be quiet too. So you put it in as quiet as you can and I target things. I look for tule points, clumps of moss, clumps of weeds.
Yeah.
One tule by itself, those are target areas.
Okay.
And when you work a blade, you don't throw it on the target, you throw it past the target and bring it past the target.
Okay. But how do you get it in the water quiet? Mine just goes, wow.
Well, you need a little more casting. Practice at home.
Yeah, right.
Because there is a way, we'll try to get it on camera for the viewers, of actually underhanding, and then it's just letting the rod down, control with your thumb, the spool, and you can put it in water with no splash.
Okay.
And that's what you need to do when these fish are in a foot of water.
So you just drop it in as quietly as possible.
But sometimes big splashes attract fish, because you caught some today.
Yeah. But
Some days it does.
But not on the entry, it was further in.
Yeah, further in.
So-
So when you go past, you just remember with a blade, go past your target.
Go past the target, and you immediately reel. You don't let it.
Don't let it sink,
don't let
just
it sit.
slow crank it.
Okay. Now, if you were in deeper water, would you let it sink?
Yes, if pins like out here in Delta, I'm hardly ever any deeper than 7 feet. I would go to a half ounce
Okay.
instead of a 3/8.
All right. So as soon as it hits the water, you
I
just
start cranking.
start in crank. Well, we have some tules just right here to our right. Let's take a
We'll
look at
demonstrate
that.
it.
Okay.
Warren, see that tule right there?
Uh-huh.
Say that's my target. So in my
Okay.
mind, I think there's a fish there. So
Okay.
that's one isolated tule.
All right.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my target. So I'm going to go about 5 to 10 feet past it,
All right.
put the spinnerbait in quietly, and just reel it by.
Okay. And then we're using the
Fast taper.
fast taper rods.
Strong
That's a
rod.
real strong backbone because we have to
Yank
horse
'em
them out, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
You
finesse
had a
these.
problem this morning. You remember that one that had
Yeah.
you?
I thought I had a fish. I said,
Your
"I've got
drag's,
weeds."
yeah, your drag's still tight, but I still kept telling you, put your thumb on there, put your thumb on there, and pull
and lock it down.
Lock it down. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are just some of the things that you're learning. Because as soon as you hook a big one, he's gone.
Yeah.
If you don't do those, and it's not an instinct. Like I remember this morning, you go, man, I had a big one hit, and I saw the boil,
Yeah.
but I didn't see you set the hook. So I think you were startled.
Yeah. I'm shocked anytime a fish will take my bait. What are you talking
And,
about?
and see what happens is always the big ones that get away because they pull harder and they're smarter and their mouths are a lot tougher.
And that's how they got big.
That's right.
If they
Not
got
picking
away.
on guys that don't know how to fish. If he would have bit this thing, he'd been in the boat.
Okay. He'll say, I'm going to bite the one the stupid guy is throwing.
I'll bite Elmo.
Oh, yeah.
But just remember that. Pass cash, cash your target.
All right.
So, because fish use ambush spots,
Okay.
but you can't throw it on top of it. Go past it, reel it by it.
Did you get another one, Alan?
Yeah, what's this, like 15?
Just make us all feel bad.
Pound and a half.
We'll be back with more fun fishing.
Fun Fishing is brought to you by Double X Tackle, Fisherman's Warehouse, and Vance's Tackle.
Hey, Morton, you notice how your spinnerbait was coming in crooked at an angle?
Yeah.
That's because you needed to tune it.
Okay. Well, and you said that what I need to do now, I need to make sure that that's lined up.
Line the arm up with the hook.
Okay,
Make sure it's
that
straight.
looks-
See, yours is crooked already.
What do you mean it's crooked already?
You got to make sure it's lined up.
See?
Okay, that's right.
That's right. Okay.
But see how that angle right here is too far?
Yeah,
too much straight.
it's wide open, isn't it?
You got to bend it down at about a 45, and then you're tuned. You're ready to go.
That's about.
There you go.
That's
I
about
could
right.
tell by looking at a spinnerbait, because I could look at this angle here, and I know whether it's going to track right or not.
Okay. Yeah.
And I usually don't tell anybody. That's. I'm kind of rotten, aren't I?
Well, I guess that's a
Well, that
school
way
of
I don't
hard
get outfished.
knocks. I know. not very often, anyway. But you know the secret now.
Yep.
So
Tune them.
now we know how to tune a spinnerbait.
Yeah. Tuning a
That's pretty
spinnerbait.
cool.
People look at you like you're crazy when you tune a spinnerbait, but you do. Most important is this shaft lines perpendicular with the hook.
Okay.
Make sure that lines are straight. Mine's a little off, so it's probably swimming a little crooked. So I'm going to bend it over and make sure that this shaft is lined up with my hook.
Okay.
Then you want this at a 45-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is that every time you hook a fish, it gets bent. So people just keep casting it and it don't come in the same no more.
Okay.
So make sure this is at about a 45-degree angle off the nose, and this is perpendicular straight to that hook. And
Okay.
you'll catch a lot more fish.
Well, I'm going to have to straighten it again for that last
But,
fish.
yeah, you almost have to do it all the time.
Okay.
Every time you hook a fish or hook a tree, you got to
Okay.
straighten it.
Okay.
99% of people I've watched and been with just keep reeling, keep throwing it.
Now we know how to tune it.
Yeah, so you have no excuses.
No excuse. So
Let's go home.
I want to catch a fish now. I mean, now that'll bait will work. I want to catch a fish.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna go fishing.
Let's go catch some more.
Okay.
All righty.
Here we go. And those toolies look just perfect, don't they?
Yep. Another spinnerbait fish.
Another spinnerbait fish.
All right. Boy, you're doing good today. You must be watching that program.
I think the guide has a lot to do with it too. Woo. Well, Alan, pretty good
nice
day on the
fish.
water.
Yep.
Let's go over a couple things and talk a little bit about what we've been doing with spinnerbait fishing for black bass.
Been catching pre-spawn bass,
Mm-hmm.
moving up in the shallows.
Yeah.
Been throwing spinnerbaits all day and probably 1 to 3 feet of water.
As we went along here, we were casting. We switched back and forth with colors and different things. And can you explain? Is there a difference between going against the bank and then working in the middle of the
Yeah,
toolies?
like everywhere, you'll come out here one day and they'll all sit on this bar stuff. But right now, this time of the year, when they're pre-spawning, most likely when the water's high, they'll be uptight.
Okay.
One of the things we didn't talk about is tides, because
That's
rising water, closer in.
Okay.
Falling water, they move out.
Okay. Okay. Great. Well,
We pretty much covered it all. We gave them viewers a lot of information.
a lot of information. Well, I'm having fun fishing.
Yes, so am I. And you know what? We need to give credit to our guys that are helping us make
Our
these
crew.
shows.
Yeah.
Our crew. We got a good film cameraman,
Good
Sam.
cameraman.
We got a good boat driver,
Dave. Yeah, he's back there sleeping.
Yeah,
No.
he's crashing there.
No, he was out fishing us when
Yeah,
we were
well-
sitting here talking. And we
Well,
was
that's
catching
part of
fish.
his job. He needs to, you know, we're having a tough time. He has to help us find them.
Pre-fish.
Then move out the way.
Yeah, that's
And let
right.
me in there. Thanks for joining us on
Okay. Fun
Fun
fishing.
Fun fishing.
Fishing is fun, but catching fish is funner. Whether it's autumn, winter, spring, or summer. From the Sacramento River to the San Francisco Bay, we're gonna show you how to catch some fish today. Salmon, bass, or trout, halibut's what it's all about. Stripers on the Delta, Alan and Warren will help ya.
Our camera guy was out fishing the other day and he fell out of the boat. He couldn't get back in. The best way to do it is swim back to the back of the boat.
Okay.
Put your feet on there. That trim button right here. Right here. Trim it up. There you go. Climb in. That's how you get back in the boat if you ever had to. Now, if he
Wow.
could do it, anybody could do it. Use your motor, trim it back up, and you just climb right in.
Alan, wait for me. Hey.
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.